All right, so are you ready to dive into something pretty unique with me today?
Always. What do you have for us this time?
Well, how about this? The 2030 World Cup. But not just any World Cup.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
Forget one host country.
Hmm.
We've got a trio this time. Morocco, Spain, and Portugal.
Wow, that's interesting.
2 continents, 3 cultures, one massive football party.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever heard of anything quite like that.
Me neither, right?
We've seen joint hosted World Cups before,
Right.
but this is on a whole new scale, really is.
It is. So what does that tell you?
I think it really highlights how football is becoming this force for connecting different parts of the world, you know?
It's pretty amazing. So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You're telling me I could be wandering through, like, ancient markets in Marrakesh one day?
Yeah, exactly.
And then catching a match in a state-of-the-art stadium in Madrid the next.
It's totally possible.
That's pretty wild.
Think about what this means for Africa, too. It's a major moment for the continent's whole football scene.
Huge.
It's a chance to really showcase its talent and passion on a global stage, you know?
Yeah, okay, I like it. So Morocco,
Right.
the first-time co-host. And I mean, honestly, everyone was talking about them
For sure.
after their incredible run in the 2022 World Cup,
Yeah,
right?
they were the Cinderella story.
Making it to the semifinals. Come on, that's not just luck, right?
No, definitely not.
There's something special happening with Moroccan football.
They've been really strategically developing their football infrastructure,
Yeah.
nurturing young talent, too.
Mhm.
And then they've got a coach who's instilled a real sense of belief and tactical discipline in the team, too.
Yeah, that's what I love about the World Cup.
What's that?
You see these underdog stories unfold,
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, a whole nation is completely captivated.
totally.
Remember when Greece won the Euros back in 2004?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Nobody saw that coming.
It was a huge upset.
Exactly. It was amazing. And those are the kinds of stories that make the World Cup so unpredictable and exciting.
I agree.
And for Morocco, hosting the World Cup alongside Spain and Portugal,
Right.
that's a chance to build on that momentum
Yeah.
and really solidify their place as a rising force in global football.
I think you're right.
But I think it's important to say, it's not just about what happens on the pitch, right?
No, of course not.
What about the impact on Morocco beyond just football?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, the economic benefits are significant.
Like what?
We're talking tourism, infrastructure development, job creation.
Wow.
It's a chance for Morocco to show the world what it has to offer. Think about the boost it'll give to local businesses.
Yeah.
The cultural exchange, the exposure to new ideas and perspectives. It's huge.
So beyond the goals and the glory, there's this ripple effect that touches so many aspects of a nation's development.
Absolutely.
It's pretty powerful stuff. All right, I think it's time to shift gears a bit.
Okay, where to next?
Let's talk about Spain.
Ah, Spain.
I mean, you can't really talk about football without mentioning Spain.
Right.
They're a country that lives and breathes the sport
Definitely.
with a legacy that's legendary.
Yeah, their history in the sport really is incredible.
It is.
But I think what's really intriguing is their evolution.
Oh,
Okay, tell me more. From that dominant tiki-taka style that swept them to victory in 2010, to a more adaptable and pragmatic approach in recent years. I mean, Spain's national team is constantly reinventing itself.
I remember watching that 2010 final.
Oh, yeah.
They were just unstoppable.
They really were.
Passing the ball with such precision and flair.
Yeah, it was beautiful to watch.
It's like they were playing a totally different game altogether.
Well, that's the beauty of Spanish football, isn't it? They've got this deep-rooted philosophy of possession-based football.
Yeah.
But they're not afraid to adapt and evolve their tactics to stay ahead of the competition.
That's a good point. And of course, there's La Liga.
Their domestic league.
Yeah.
It's a breeding ground for some of the world's best players.
Right. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
These are clubs that are known across the globe.
They really are.
And I imagine the atmosphere in those iconic stadiums
No.
during the World Cup,
Yeah.
it's going to be absolutely electric.
Imagine being surrounded by tens of thousands of passionate Spanish fans,
Oh, yeah.
witnessing world-class football in historic venues,
Right.
like the Santiago Bernabeu or Camp Nou.
Oh, man.
I mean, that energy, it will be palpable.
It's giving me chills just thinking about it. Speaking of passionate fans,
Yeah.
let's move on to Portugal.
Okay, good idea.
Now, this might surprise some people,
Oh.
but for a relatively small nation, they've produced some absolute giants of the game. I mean, need I even say his name?
Oh, I think we all know who you're talking about.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
The one and only.
Portugal punches way above its weight when it comes to football.
No doubt.
Ronaldo is a global icon. But beyond just his star power, the Portuguese national team, they've become a force to be reckoned with.
It's true.
They've got this blend of tactical intelligence, technical skill, and this never-say-die attitude.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That makes them a formidable opponent.
For sure.
I remember watching them win the Euros back in 2016.
Yeah.
They weren't always the flashiest team.
No, but they got the job done.
They were incredibly organized, resilient.
Right.
They just knew how to win.
It seemed like it.
Even when they weren't playing their best football.
Very true.
And that's what's interesting about Portugal.
What is that?
They've always had this individual brilliance.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But in recent years, they've developed a more cohesive and tactical approach.
I think you're right.
And let's not forget the electrifying atmosphere you'll find in stadiums like Estádio da Luz in Lisbon and Dragão Stadium in Porto.
The fans there are amazing. It's going to be incredible during the World Cup.
I bet. And beyond the football, Portugal has so much to offer.
Oh, absolutely.
History, the culture, the food.
It's true.
I think it's a destination that's often overlooked.
Yeah, sadly.
But it's truly a hidden gem.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's a country with such a rich tapestry of influences, you know?
Oh, yeah.
From its Moorish heritage to its maritime explorations, it's a fascinating place. And the Portuguese people, they're known for their warmth and hospitality.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
They really are.
So here we have it.
Yeah.
These three incredibly distinct countries, each with their own unique footballing heritage and cultural identity.
Right.
And they're coming together to host the biggest sporting event on the planet.
It's really pretty amazing.
What do you think this says about the power of football?
Well, I think it really speaks volumes, I think, about football's ability to just transcend borders and bring people together.
It's true.
It's a passion that unites people from all walks of life, really.
Yeah, you know.
Regardless of language, culture, background.
It's kind of amazing when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
It's this little round ball.
Yeah.
It can spark incredible joy, passion,
Oh, yeah.
even controversy. Sometimes, you know,
Oh, the tech.
across the globe.
Yeah.
But in the end,
Yeah.
it's this shared experience
Yeah.
that connects us in ways
I agree.
very few other things can, I think.
I think you're right.
So this Tricontinental World Cup,
Right.
a testament to that unifying power.
Right, absolutely. It really is. A bold statement, a symbol of global cooperation and cultural exchange.
So let's zoom back in a little bit
Okay.
and delve a little deeper into what each of these host countries brings to the table.
Sounds good.
Morocco first.
Okay.
So what are some of the key things you think
Yeah.
that listeners should know about their role in this historic event?
Well, for starters, Morocco's journey to becoming a World Cup co-host, you know, it's a testament to the growing influence of African football.
It really is.
Remember, it wasn't that long ago that many dismissed the idea of an African nation even hosting the tournament.
That's true.
It was a while ago, but...
Yeah, there were a lot of doubts, skepticism.
Oh, yeah.
People questioned whether African nations had the infrastructure, the organization, the resources to pull it off.
I remember those conversations.
Right. And look at them now.
But Morocco has proven those doubters wrong, haven't they?
They really have.
They've invested heavily in developing their football infrastructure.
Totally.
From state-of-the-art stadiums to world-class training facilities and their bid for the 2026 World Cup.
Right.
Though ultimately unsuccessful,
Yeah.
demonstrated their ambition and commitment.
Yeah, so this is a chance for them to, I don't know, really shatter those preconceived notions.
For sure.
Showcase the different side of Africa to the world.
Absolutely.
What about the stadiums themselves?
Yeah, good question.
What can fans expect when they step into a Moroccan football ground?
Well, I think Morocco has struck this balance between modernity and tradition in its stadiums.
Okay, yeah.
Like take the Grand Stade de Marrakech, for example.
Sure.
It's a stunningly modern structure, you know, with a capacity of over 45,000.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
But it incorporates these like traditional Moroccan architectural elements.
Oh, that's cool.
Like intricate tile work,
Okay.
geometric patterns.
Yeah, I like that.
That's like a fusion of old and new.
Yeah.
That really captures, I think, the essence of Morocco.
So it's not just about watching the game, it's about experiencing a culture.
That's a good way to put it.
It's like stepping into a living, breathing postcard. you know?
I can see that.
Okay, let's hop across the Mediterranean.
Right.
Talk about Spain a little bit.
The heart of football.
Spain's footballing legacy speaks for itself, of course.
Of course it does.
But what do you think makes their hosting of the World Cup
Yeah.
particularly exciting?
Well, besides the obvious,
Yeah.
They're iconic stadiums, they're world-class players.
Yeah.
I think what's really interesting about Spain's involvement is the chance to witness, like, the evolution of their footballing philosophy.
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, Spain has moved away from that strict tiki-taka style
Right, yeah.
that defined their golden era.
That possession-based short passing game.
Yeah, exactly.
That was so mesmerizing to watch, but maybe
Yeah.
became a little predictable, you know?
It's true, yeah. While the core principles of possession and technical skill remain,
Yeah.
there's a greater emphasis now on directness, verticality,
Right.
a willingness to adapt to different opponents in game situations.
So fans might see
Yeah,
a more dynamic,
I think so.
unpredictable Spanish side
Right.
than they're used to.
I think so.
What about the Spanish fans themselves?
Oh, they're some of the best.
What kind of atmosphere can we expect in the stadiums?
Well, Spanish fans are known for their passion, their knowledge of the game,
Yeah.
and their unwavering support for their teams.
Yeah. I can imagine it's going to be pretty intense.
Whether it's the deafening roar of the Santiago Bernabéu in Madrid
Yeah.
or the electric atmosphere of Camp Nou in Barcelona.
Man, that's going to be something.
Spanish football grounds are renowned for their intensity and vibrancy, that's for sure.
I can only imagine what it's going to be like with the added excitement of a World Cup on top of it all.
Oh, it's going to be incredible.
Okay, last but certainly not least, Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal, what a team.
What are some of the unique aspects they
Ah.
bring to this three-nation fiesta?
Well, Portugal's story, it's a fascinating one.
Yeah.
Because they've always had this incredible individual talent,
Oh, yeah.
but it's only in recent years that they've truly blossomed into this cohesive and tactically astute team.
Totally agree.
They've won the European Championship, they've won the Nations League.
Yeah, they're a force to be reckoned with now.
It proves that they can compete with the best, really does.
They finally found that balance,
Yeah,
between individual brilliance and collective discipline.
that's a good way to put it.
It's like they've unlocked their full potential as a team.
I think they have.
I agree. And their stadiums,
Yeah.
while perhaps not as globally recognized as some of the Spanish grounds,
Yeah, that's true.
have their own unique charm and history.
Oh, absolutely they do.
Estadio da Luz in Lisbon
Yeah, great
is
stadium.
a modern marvel
It is.
with a capacity of over 65,000.
Wow.
And it's known for its incredible acoustics and passionate fans.
Oh, yeah, the fans are amazing there.
And then there's Dragón Stadium.
In Porto.
Yeah, a fortress-like ground,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. The atmosphere can be absolutely electric there.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that
Yeah.
Portugal is often overlooked.
Yeah, as a tourist destination.
What are some of the things you think might surprise people about the country?
Well, for one, the diversity of its landscapes is just incredible.
Really?
You've got stunning beaches along the Algarve coast,
Beautiful.
rolling hills and vineyards in the Douro Valley,
Wow.
and then historic cities like Lisbon and Porto, each with its own unique character and charm.
Yeah, it does sound like Portugal has something for just about everyone.
Yeah, it really does.
Okay, so we've got these three,
Amazing host countries.
yeah, each with its own unique flavor and appeal.
Totally.
But let's be real here. A World Cup
Yeah.
spread across three nations in two continents.
Uh-huh.
That's got to come with some challenges too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. Logistically,
Yeah.
it's a massive undertaking.
Right.
I mean, coordinating travel schedules
Oh, for sure.
for the teams, the fans,
Right.
ensuring smooth transitions between countries,
Yeah.
managing security across multiple borders. I mean,
Yeah, it's a lot.
these are just some of the hurdles they'll need to overcome.
That's like a giant, complex jigsaw puzzle, right?
I like that, yeah.
With all these moving pieces.
A lot of pieces.
What about the environmental impact?
Oh, that's a big one.
All that travel and infrastructure development,
Yeah,
it's bound to have a pretty significant carbon footprint.
absolutely. That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
But I also think it presents an opportunity.
Okay, how so?
Well, the 2030 World Cup could be a showcase for sustainable practices.
Right. Yeah.
A chance to demonstrate that a mega event like this can actually be environmentally responsible.
I'm picturing it now, right?
Yeah.
Solar-powered stadiums,
That'd be amazing.
electric transportation systems, a focus on reducing waste and promoting recycling.
All great ideas.
I mean, it would be a powerful statement, wouldn't it?
I think so.
To show the world that we can still celebrate this beautiful game while also protecting our planet.
It would set a new standard for future sporting events, I think.
For sure. But beyond the logistical and environmental challenges,
Right.
there's also the question of
What's that?
how this collaboration will work in practice,
Yeah, of course.
I mean, can three countries with distinct cultures and approaches
Yeah.
come together seamlessly
Right.
to create a truly unified and memorable World Cup experience?
It's a good question, and I think it's one that a lot of people are asking. But I'm optimistic, I have to say.
Me too.
I think this shared passion for football
Yeah.
can really overcome any cultural or logistical barriers.
I agree with you. I think so too.
And think about the potential benefits of this collaboration,
Yeah, like what?
It could foster greater understanding and cooperation between nations.
Absolutely.
Boost regional economies, and leave a lasting legacy of unity and shared achievement.
That's powerful stuff.
It really is.
It's a powerful message, isn't it? That even in a world that sometimes feels, I don't know, increasingly divided,
Sometimes it does feel that way.
we can still find common ground
We can.
and celebrate our shared humanity through something like, sport,
It's true. It really is.
as we eagerly await the kickoff of this historic World Cup.
I know. I can't wait.
It's worth pondering the implications of this unique collaboration, don't you think?
I agree. Like, what could this mean for the future?
Exactly. Could this pave the way for more multi-nation, multi-continent mega events?
That would be intriguing.
Could it inspire other forms of international cooperation?
I don't know, but it's a good thought.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but I'm already counting down the days until 2030.
Me too.
I can't wait to experience this World Cup firsthand and see how it all unfolds.
It promises to be a tournament unlike any
I
other.
agree.
A celebration of football, culture,
Yeah.
and that enduring human spirit of unity and collaboration.
Well said. So, to our listeners, if you're a football fan, or even if you're just someone who appreciates a good story of human connection.
And global collaboration.
Exactly.
Keep your eyes on the 2030 World Cup.
It's going to be something special, I think.
I think so too.